I was getting frustrated with the way YouTube had become. I always believed that, you should focus on quality and not quantity. But in the past 5 or 6 years, YouTube changed that a lot.
This is Ryan Higa, better known as Niga Higa. Ryan is a YouTube OG and was the second YouTuber to ever cross 1 million subscribers. But as his channel grew, so did YouTube, and he soon realized that the very website he helped pioneer was rapidly evolving from the platform he once considered home.
I really have been considering quitting YouTube. I just wasn't having fun making YouTube videos anymore.
I found that I wasn't creating things that I was happy about.
Changes to YouTube's policies, algorithm, and culture presented Ryan with challenges, including burnout, creative blocks, and a general dissatisfaction with the direction the platform was headed. And since April 24th, 2020, he has stopped uploading to his main channel altogether. In this video, I'm going to cover how YouTube's changes over time disrupted Ryan's video making process, why these changes conflicted with his motivations as a creator, and where this has all led him today.
Hey guys, and Nathan Brandon Masters. If you haven't seen this video, I think you should go check it out. It's a really good video, and it talks about some of the things that a lot of us older YouTubers go through and went through that really changed how we had to do business. Things said in this video are 100% true, and in YouTube's defense, some of it was indeed necessary. I mean, from a business standpoint, and in this channel I talk business, a lot of us simply wouldn't be getting paid if YouTube didn't make certain changes. But I want to talk about something kind of small, but something that this video touches on, and I noticed this too. And I didn't think I think I actually said it in a video a long time ago. I don't know if it was on my main channel or on my old vlogging channel, but I brought this point up. And it was the point about removal of the broadcast yourself from the YouTube logo. That meant something. And I was glad to see somebody point this out in a video. Somebody mentioned this, and maybe he's not the only person mentioning it. Maybe I'm not the only person mentioning it, but there was a change when that was removed.
It turns out that YouTube discontinued its broadcast yourself slogan just a day after its parent company lost over $70 billion in market cap. A loss that was attributed to changes in YouTube's algorithm that were reportedly efforts to moderate harmful content, but seemed to have inadvertently affected innocent creators who became more susceptible to demonetization and were being promoted less in favor of mainstream media.
And the reason this was important is you have to understand what YouTube tried to do. YouTube tried to push the YouTuber out. They wanted less of us and more of that. They wanted to get cozy with Hollywood. And it's just so happened that people said, we're not interested in Hollywood like that. We're interested in these creators. That's why we watch YouTube. Me, myself, I don't know about a lot of other people, but I almost watch nothing else but YouTube. I watch an Amazon Prime series or something like that. I watch movies. I just watched Red One the other day. Really like that movie. If you get a chance, it's a great Christmas movie. A lot of great mythology in there. But I don't know a lot of people who are watching network TV on a massive scale, unless you're old. I just don't know those people. Most people are watching YouTube or streaming. So YouTube made a mistake and tried to push us out. They still never brought the broadcast yourself back. You know what I'm saying? They still never brought it back. But they wanted us out because they thought we were the problem. Except for the fact that this was YouTube. And at the time, that's how YouTube was. And yeah, you can make changes to try to, get things out. But once you change the platform so deeply where it's not the platform anymore, then people are sitting here going, what's the difference between this and network TV? The thing that made YouTube awesome was that you could get a lot of different stuff, a lot of crazy stuff. And I'll even say today, you're still getting more than you would get on network TV. But they tried to make the platform family friendly, which is fine, I guess, to have a PG-13 platform. But I really think YouTube should be at least an MA-16 or something like that, because there's stuff that people do on network TV that people are actually afraid to say or do on YouTube.
The key word there being algorithm, the YouTube algorithm. The notorious YouTube algorithm is YouTube's system for recommending content to its users. It controls everything that you see on the site, from what's trending to what you see on your homepage and even your search results. And over the years, it's developed quite a controversial reputation for how it dictates the content you see, but more specifically, the content that people make. You don't have to browse YouTube for long to notice that any video or format that works is widely replicated. YouTube has developed this culture where a lot of successful channels will make similar videos, partly because they know it'll work. They know the algorithm favors certain types of videos, and so they capitalize on it. And so what you get nowadays is a lot of the same and less innovation on the platform. But this just isn't the kind of environment that Ryan Higa thrives in, because it is in his DNA to be different.
For me, more than anything, I like to do something that's different. For me, the best videos and what I strive for every week is coming up with a message that I want to say and tell it in a different way.
I think I would want my legacy to be around like being on the side of trying to do different things, even at the cost of like being awful or being wrong.
And YouTube today isn't about trying to be different or trying to be creative. It's about, how do I beat the algorithm? How do I beat the system to make this money? And I'm all for making money, but I think YouTube was something special. And you made money, you got popular by being different, having a specific thing that you did. It was about personalities and who you are as a person. And that's what made people fall in love with you. And I know that there are people who are still doing stuff like that today, content like that today, where people like that person and therefore, they stick with them. Casey Neistat is a big one. MKBHD, even with his recent controversies, Philip DeFranco, Ray William Johnson, who just came back to the platform not too long ago. These are creators that people didn't just like because of their content, they like them as people. If you look at a lot of these nuisance streamers, people don't really like them. I mean, if you look at what they have them, they're doing this stuff and they're getting in trouble. And that's what their audience likes to see, them putting themselves in harm's way and getting in trouble, possibly getting hurt. Their audience very openly doesn't like them, overtly don't like them, and would prefer to see them hurt. It's absolutely insane to be a nuisance streamer now, where people literally will pay, they're going to pay you money to make you do something, but there's going to be a thing that's going to possibly get you injured. On the flip side, if you're a clean-cut content creator, people are going to go out of their way to try to bring you down because they just can't tolerate the fact that you're this clean-cut creator on a platform just trying to create good content. So it's crazy no matter which way you go. But I just thought it was interesting that somebody else noticed that change and when it occurred. And I think a lot of people talk about it, but they don't talk about it I guess maybe some people do, because I have seen videos where people talked about the YouTube community and how it was back in the day. And that was a long time ago. You think about, it's 2024 now. And we're talking about things that went on in 2012. Remember, the platform came live, went live in 2006. So it's been a while, man. Things are going to change either way, but it was just interesting to see how YouTube tried to force the change. Obviously they were afraid that they were going to lose all this money, but at the same time, they were, and kind of still are, the only game in town. I mean, compared to Twitch and even some of the other platforms, ain't nobody really doing it like YouTube. So I don't know, it's just interesting hearing a creator talk about that era in YouTube. It's something that a lot of us felt. And let me tell you something, if you're new on YouTube, I know people talk about this and people don't want to really acknowledge it, but burnout is a real thing when you're a content creator. That's why daily content might not be the best idea for a lot of people, especially if you're vlogging. Even Casey Neistat, who's like the king of the vlog, I mean, even he got burnt out. You know what I mean? So take it seriously. It's a thing. And again, if you're young, you can probably come at it a little harder. And if you can, try to make all your money and put some money back in savings so that you can have something to live off of when YouTube is not, when that algorithm changes or you need to do something different, have some money saved up. If you're making big money, save it up, man. I'm telling you, you'll do yourself a favor if you blow up on this platform. Save that money. You need to save money back for taxes, and you need to save money to have a cushion if some stuff goes. Now, if you get really big and you can get a few $1,000,000 in the bank, you all good. You know what I mean? But, save some money, man, and get smart about how to pivot, from this to other things if you need to, because things can change in a heartbeat on this platform. Like I say, remember, YouTube tried to downplay and sideline the YouTuber, the very thing people came to this platform for, and they tried to make this kind of family-friendly platform, and that's not what YouTube was. It's not why people came to this platform. Now, there are still people, obviously, that do that while out on YouTube, but there's always this kind of idea that you could get demonetized at any time for anything. And it's crazy to even think about it. I mean, you look at people like MRX Plays, and you question how did they even survive as long as they did survive, and they were taken down quite a few times. Like, YouTube was gunning for them. It was crazy because it was obvious that people loved their channel, but YouTube was gunning. And they had ads and things. So, like I say, dude, it is what it is. And be smart about this platform and about social media. It can change on a dime. So tell me what you think in the comments. You guys take it easy. Nathan Brendan Masters. Awesome.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire